we're a little delayed. And in a moment, I'm going to explain why. But hello, welcome to the first ever RAILstuff live stream. So first of all, you're going to need to tell me if this is working or not, if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can. I think I've got everything sorted out. I have done some gaming streaming in the past from the kind of sim racing side of things that I do. So this is a little bit different. Hello, Double O Gauge Journey. Thank you for popping along, and thank you for letting me know that the sound's all good. The sound may be all good, but you may notice that we don't have a game on our screen at the moment. And there is a reason for that. And here we go. We start off with a top tip from me, which is when buying games, if you want to save money, then what they call CD key sites are very good. You can buy keys that allow you to install a game on your PC at a much lower price than if you buy it directly through the Steam store, which is what you're seeing here, by the way. But you need to be very careful when you do that. Some of those CD key sites are not as reputable as others, and I've been stung twice today. So what I did was I went and I used a particular search engine that I always use for finding keys for games, and it offered me a place called Game Seal, I think it was, to go and get this CD key for, I think it was like £7 something. It was very low in price anyway, and I thought that was great. I'll do that. I'll install it. Got it installed. Everything was working fine. So basically, they give you this code. You stick it in Steam. Steam goes, "Yep, I recognise that you own that. Here we go. Here's your game. Let's install it." And that happens. And as I did it, I thought, this is a little strange. It came up with a message that was installing like a May Madness bronze bundle or something, when all I'd done was I'd paid for the standard edition. So I thought, oh, maybe I'm getting some extras here. Nope, turned out to be completely the opposite. Because I fired up the game about an hour ago just to double check it, and it was missing everything apart from one random US route, and that was it. There was nothing I could do in the game at all. So I thought, hey, this doesn't seem right. And I then thought, right, okay, they must just have like a dodgy key. So I then went to another site called A Neighbour and got another key at a slightly higher price. It was like £9 something, and that was exactly the same thing. When I did a bit of Googling, turns out this May Madness bundle thing is the charity edition that they gave to a company called Humble Bundle. And what Humble Bundle do is they get special bundles of games. They bundle them together in this big bundle, and then people pay for them, and all the money goes to charity. So it's a great concept, and they raise a lot of money for charity. But what these sites are doing is they're reselling the charity keys, which they shouldn't be doing. And that meant that I ended up with not a full game. So there was only one choice, really. Although I did try plenty of other options, but by this point I decided, no, I need to go the legit route. So I did, and my only choice was to go into the Steam store. Now, if you've not bought PC games before, then Steam is the place that you'll do it, really. You know, there are other sites as well, but Steam is the main one. And in here you can search for games and buy them. So I searched for Train Sim World 5, and you may be wondering why I've gone for 5 and not 6. It's because it's got the West Coast Main Line in it. So I thought, great, let's do that. Love a bit of West Coast Main Line. Fancied running a 66. And yeah, basically I've had to pay full price of $39.99 now. So somewhat more expensive than my initial attempts, but hey, there we go. What it does mean is that I'm a little bit behind in terms of the install, and you may see it says we've got 32 minutes remaining, and that may be because I'm streaming at the same time isn't going to help with the download, although it is pretty much maxing out to its maximum speed. So we've got some time to chat if you want to, or feel free to head off and come back in half an hour. I'm still going to be here, but hope you're well, and hope that life is good. Afternoon, Anfield Road. I say afternoon, it's evening time. How are you? Hope you're good. I mean, obviously you're not going to be great from a football point of view this year, but I won't give you too much grief about that. I mean, I'm enjoying it as an Arsenal fan, but there we go. Don't hold that against me, please. Stressful few hours. Do you know what? If that's as stressful as life ever got, then that would be great. But in and amongst all of that, I had to bath a 3-year-old, and well, I say 3-year-old, he'll be 3 in a couple of weeks' time. You know, get him fed and then get him to bed before I'm allowed to come out and play games. So a Saturday, sorry, it's not a Saturday, Thursday evening is when I would normally be doing some sim racing, but my normal sim racing buddy is not available. So I thought, hey, I've been thinking about doing this for ages. Why not? Why not? Now, you may notice that the chat is popping up on the screen, which is fine, but the text isn't great, is it? So I'm going to do some live editing, so you might actually see some bits moving around on the screen in a little while. And that's because, for those of you that are interested in this kind of thing, this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm using a program called Stream Elements to set up the streaming side of things. So if somebody were to follow us right now, you know, if you haven't subscribed, please do it, because it will, you know, show what I'm talking about. Then, you know, you'll see an alert pop up here. This is the chat box. The chat box should probably be a little bit bigger, I think. So I'm going to play around with the settings and get that right. Hey, I've got the time, haven't I? Yes, Mr. Anfield Road. I need to know your name, Anfield Road. I'm ever so sorry. I can't keep calling you Anfield Road. And yes, we have met before. But you're absolutely right. It is so good that Richard got the channel back. Lee, thank you very much. I'm sure you did tell me when we met at Chester Cathedral, the day that Richard and I were recording an episode of Junctions and Stuff. And for anyone who's interested, Junctions and Stuff is coming back. It is coming back. We are just working out when to meet, basically. Right, I think white text is probably going to work better on that. Do we like that font? Yeah, I think that font's all right. Okay, I think that size is going to be... Okay, maybe I'll go a little bit bigger. There we go. So now if I click save, then hopefully that should then update on the live part in a moment. It should do anyway. It may not update until somebody says something else. So let's say testing the chat. Hopefully that'll pop out in a moment. And hopefully it'll look better on the screen. Okay, it's working on this bit, but not on... Oh yes, there it is, there it is. It is working, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, junctions and stuff was fun. I really enjoyed doing it with Richard. And in truth, we've been ready to do some more for a while. But Richard and I have been really struggling to find the right time to get together, because one of the things that we've always said with junctions and stuff is that we're not going to do it online. We're going to do it face to face, because we'll get better quality from that. And hey, if you wanted proof of exactly what I'm talking about, good evening, JS Models. Hello, Jonathan. Hope you're well. Because, and I say Jonathan being proof because for my own podcast, the Rail People podcast, Jonathan was a recent guest, and the audio quality ended up not perfect because I screwed up a little bit. So sorry, Jonathan. Yeah, that's why Richard and I get together to do it, because yeah, it's just better to do that. All right, let's zoom right in on the important information. There we go. That is the important bit that we're looking at. So an estimated 25 minutes remaining, and then hopefully we can go drive some trains. Jonathan's rocked up, and he's probably now going to think that I'm super unprepared. That's not the case. It's that actually I got double scammed, but it's a long story. You can always wind it back and listen again. So I'm having to reinstall from scratch. Never. No, I'm never unprepared, am I? Never unprepared. Jonathan, by the way, was one of the fantastic guys who was exhibiting at the RAILstuff Open Day last weekend, which was great fun. I really enjoyed it. It was hard work. In many ways, it was much harder work than just rocking up to a big exhibition. Because we had to do all the tidying up at the end of it as well. But no, it was good. Thank you, Jonathan, for coming along and showing off your wares. It was a really good day. It was a really good day, and we're planning to do something next year as well. I haven't quite worked out what yet. I'm going to give myself some time to think about it and make sure we get it right. But I think there will be something next year. These minutes seem to be longer when you're waiting live on stream, don't they? Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there with the download and the install. So any news that you guys have come across in the model railway or real railway space? There's always something going on. Double O Gauge Journey, I need to know your name as well, if you don't mind as well. Make it a lot easier to talk to you. But yeah, it's a shame that you missed the open day. Mark, thank you, Mark. He says, gutted I missed the open day. I was selling a camera, and the person didn't even turn up to collect it, so I could have come after all. Never mind. We'll do something next year. Yeah, I guess doing Manchester next year might make it a little trickier. Maybe I'll move it. Don't know. don't know. But Manchester's the weekend after, isn't it? Because it's this weekend. Are you going this weekend, J-Dog? You're heading off to Manchester? I can't remember if you said you were going or not. Anyone else in the chat heading to Manchester this weekend? If I wasn't in Milton Keynes on Saturday getting drunk, then I might have been tempted to take a pop-up for myself, but no, I will be busy. Another night in a Premier Inn this Saturday, but not for a model railway show. Hello, soldier. That says New Junction. Hang on a minute. Are you about to drop a load of crypto links in our chat there? Or is this the Richard Watson? Good evening, sir. I hope you're well. We've just been talking about you, actually. You're also joining the fact that I had problems earlier. I was double scammed. Not as badly scammed as you. But that means I'm having to download this from scratch, as you might see. No, everyone was just saying how good it is to see that that you're back and that your channel's been recovered. That's great. So, Mark, you've said a couple of times that you're a newbie. So, how new are you to this hobby? Is it something brand new? Have you ever paid attention to it before? Is it something that you've just dropped on this year? It's always great to see new people in the hobby, and also that you've jumped on and popped the channel together as well. We'll be watching eagerly to see how you get on. So yeah, and yeah, Richard, we were literally just talking about how good it is that your channel's back and everything like that. And also, I have dropped the news that Junctions and Stuff is on its way back as well. Once we can figure out how, when, and where to meet. Might be interesting as well. I think we're going to end up recording in the back of Richard's van. Ah, dear. I have to start calling you Bonnie Red. Tuesday. Interesting. Okay. So now I need to speak to my boss as well. So you've spoken to your indoors boss. I now need to speak to my indoors boss, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine. She's already given me instructions for Wednesday and Friday next week. But Tuesday, I think we might be all right. So that'll be good. And I think I found us somewhere to park up as well. That we won't be bothered. I hope. It might look like we're going dogging, but it'll be the first time for you anyway. Anyone mind if I brew up a coffee? It's a bit late for a coffee, I know, but I think I will probably after this end up being up for a while doing some sim racing anyway. So like I say, Thursdays is one of my nights off. Last ran a model train in 1989. I've been on YouTube for about 6 years doing funfair and ride content. Nice, but now not getting any younger. Me too. So coming back to model railways was a perfect new direction. Great stuff. Sorry if you overhear my coffee machine. It is quite loud. But some caffeine will help me through these final 18 minutes. So you don't need to tell us whether what gauge you're going. That's quite clear. 00 gauge. What are you thinking? Modern, steam, somewhere in between. What direction are we taking it? And Richard, are you at New Junction right now, or are you at home having just put the kids to bed or something like that? I'm assuming Jonathan isn't in the dungeon. You never know though. Stream doesn't start until you start game. No, that's true. I tell you what, you also missed my intro video. Oh yeah, you did say the wives at the works do. That was the other thing that I might have ended up doing tonight was doing some recording with Richard, but then he's got to be a dad tonight. Pfft. Load of rubbish. Richard, you didn't see my intro video that I've done especially for this, so seeing as we're waiting, here it is again. There you go. That saved us a whole 30 seconds of watching the timer tick down. Thank you, Lee. So, a bit snazzy. Too snazzy? So, with the wife at the works do tonight, does that mean that you're going to be dealing with a hungover wife tomorrow, or is she like you and not really into the sauce? Mark says a lot of BR Blue and modern-ish stock, 2-track mainline and heritage line to give me a pass to run anything I want. I'm pretty much winging it. Oh, right, you can't beat a bit of winging it. Winging it is the way forward as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to walk to the other side of the workshop. There we go. That didn't take long. It's not very big. I'm actually looking at the place where I'm going to put a new layout. In fact, I might be able to show you. Oh, let's see. I think I might be able to show you where I'm looking. So no, I don't want to set a date and time. Yes, I know it's got no memory card. So I'm just plugging my camera in. External display on. Right, I might be able to do this. This is proper preparation. This is none of your New Junction special amazing stuff. This is all on the fly, so to speak. Right. So now if I come back over here, and then if I go camera capture, here we go. Nope, wrong camera. What camera's that? Well, that was an odd one. Oh, I know why. I know why. So I need a new camera. I know that much. Because this camera is quite old and it's got a dodgy HDMI output now. Let's try it again. Nope, still on that. Things that we do. You got to see just how messy things are behind the scenes. See, look at that. Look at how messy that is. I'm hoping. course, it might actually be my capture card that's decided to have a moment, because I've been fiddling around down here all day, you see. And if you can hear some boom, boom. That's as I'm fiddling with it. No, I'm not making that work, I don't think. You wish I wasn't. You're not holding her hair out the pole. Beautiful images there, thank you for that. Still not working. Bloody thing. Let's restart the capture card, let's try that. No. Don't even know how it's still got that image stored on it. It's good, isn't it? There we go. There we go. See? It wasn't actually the camera, it was the capture card after all. So this space over here, hello by the way, this space over here is going to be a layout area. It's only 6 foot by 2 foot once I've put a bit of wood on that comes out a bit further. 6 foot by 2 foot is not a lot. What I'm probably going to do is, what you can't see, and I'm not going to turn the camera to show you because it will disconnect again, is I've then got another 5 foot table next to it, which is my workbench, which you might have seen in some other videos. And then to the right of that, there's another 3 foot shelf. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to run a line all the way down the back here that goes up onto my workbench, because it's only going to be N-gauge, so a little line across the back of my workbench is fine. It'll then go onto the shelf at the other end and do its loop back round there, and then come back down, and there'll be something here. Because what I don't want is to try and do a 6 by 2 roundy, because even in N-gauge that's tight, really tight, so I don't really want to do that. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what I might be doing. So I've done a little bit of sorting out of bits. The workbench really needs a good sort out though, and then I need to think about not just what the layout looks like, but also I need to think about what I'm trying to represent. And part of me would really, I grew up in Essex, part of me would really like to do a bit of Network Southeast on there, but also part of me would like to do something with where I live now. I don't know, but it's certainly going to be either modern image or it will be kind of 90s period. I'd quite like to go 90s, but what I really want to do is I want to have the same space as you, Richard, and do a massive 00 gauge monster, but I don't have that space. What we really need is for RAILstuff to keep growing, so then I can go and rent a big unit that can also have a layout build in it as well, which would be great because, you know, I could make content from that as well, and that would all be great. But yeah, that's a big commitment. It's a big commitment. How are we getting on? 7.5 minutes to go. Yes, gotta love a bit of toothpaste, Mark. Big fan of the toothpaste. Problem is, it's quite difficult to find stuff in N-Gage, especially that is representative of the Great Eastern main line. Great Eastern main line is the line that runs from London Liverpool Street up to Norwich. I think it terminates. And I grew up in Chelmsford in Essex, so it's an interesting little line. Obviously, it's now Greater Anglia, which is now Great British Railways, or whatever it's going to be called, because that's one of the nationalised lines, I think, isn't it? And it run down into Liverpool Street. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the space that I've got there, it is good. You're right, and I could quite easily do something really nice that is an end-to-end. An end-to-end would actually be very easy to do, give me loads of scenic space as well, yada yada yada. The only problem is, I want something that, because I sit and work out here during the day. This is where I work, and that's in the background of where I work. I would love to be able to just set some trains running and have them running whilst I'm working. And unless I went DCC and programmed it all and everything like that, which part of me would find that quite interesting, and everything like that would be great. Part of me would also, balk at the cost of that. The only other way to do it is have something that can run a constant loop. I don't know. It's going to require some thought. And whilst part of me wants to rush into it, another part of me is saying, whoa, Nelly, just slow down a little bit. This is where I'm hoping to have more landscaping and town scenes. Yep. Oh, you're going to be a good customer of mine in the future then. So you can run Virgin and NSE on the same layout. Oh, see, I love I'm not going to say that. I love the colour scheme of Virgin. I'm not going to say I love a Virgin, because that has a whole different meaning. I'm hoping that Richard's not around to have clipped that. You're falling into the DCC trap as well. Yeah, easily done. It's do you know what? I'd never tried anything DCC until I went over to New Junction. First time I went over there, which I don't think was for recording. I can't remember why I went the first time. Might have just been when we were meeting to talk about doing some stuff together. Anyway, so that was the first time I had a go of DCC, and it is quite exciting. It sort of brings out the little boy in you, doesn't it? The playing with sound and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I can see why why that appeals. We're getting there. 3.5 minutes to go before I create some chaos. Yeah, DC is cheaper. It just comes down to what I want to do, I think. If I want to have things run by themselves, then it either needs to create a loop or it needs to be DCC. It's one of the two. Yeah, interesting. Tell you the other thing that's not working is my chat commands, because I tried it earlier. In theory, if I put in !shop here, it should give you a link to RAILstuff, but it's not. If I do !tip, it should have a different command, but it's not working. Yeah, I mean that's sensible, doing rolling stock and wagons all second hand. I'm sure Mr. Acura Scale won't agree with me 100% there. Yeah, I can see the benefit of that for sure. The setting does prevent links. You're right, but that shouldn't prevent links from chat commands. But you never know. So let me turn link protection off. And then do shop. Yeah, it's still not done anything, has it? Right, I've turned all protections off now. God help me. No, still not doing anything. Right, I'll turn my protections back on. Nice. Nice announcement today from Acura Scale, I thought. Something a little bit different, actually. Oh, do you know what that noise means? That noise means it has finished downloading and installing. But just whilst that's not working, let me just put it in the chat. Anyway, there you go. You can grab your Scenics paints and accessories at rail-stuff.com. And the reason I was just dropping that in there was, you know, when you get onto your landscaping, Mark, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, you know where to go. You know where to go. Right, let me resize this screen then. Ooh, it's way too big now. Oh, blooming heck. There we go. There we go. Right, we're back to the right size, and now we can hit play. Let's see what happens, eh? Here we go. We turn desktop audio on as well. I'll turn it down a bit though. Railways are a dangerous place. Who would have thought? Right. So here's the question. Have I got more content? So if I go to the trains, choose a route. Yes, it's there now. Amazing. Just having a quick flick through the options there. So we've got Euston to Milton Keynes. Oh, it'd help if I paid attention. 11th of December, dynamic weather. I don't know what I'm doing here. I can guess a few things because I've used train simulator. I can't remember what it was called. Train Simulator Classic, something like that. Now the walk down to the platforms at Euston, I've done a trillion times. So an old job of mine used to see me in London quite a bit, and yeah, my nearest mainline stations are Stoke or Stafford, so everything was in and out of Euston. Just trying to work out how to sort of pivot round. I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. Just need to use my mouse. You've got to say it's pretty good, isn't it? Well, it's definitely Euston. With one exception. There's no trains. There's no people. I've never seen Euston look that empty. So, let's quit to the main menu. Tell you what we do need to do. Let's just go and fiddle around with some settings first. Yeah, graphics on ultra. I'm a lucky boy. I've got a very, very good PC. So, controls. Tempted to do something. I am tempted to do something here. I don't know if it will work or not. Sat next to me, I've got quite a nice joystick because I've got a bit of flight simulator on my PC. Not that I ever use it because it confuses me. I'm very easily confused. I'll have one quick look to see if I can find the cable to plug it in. I had one of those to hand earlier. Where did I put that? If you were expecting some kind of amazing, slick live stream, game walkthrough and all that kind of stuff, you came to the wrong place, my friends. He says, knocking stuff over. Oh, blimey heck. I literally had a USB-C cable right here earlier. Yeah, I don't know where it's gone. Right, go with the keyboard, Adam. Go with the keyboard. What is it they say? Keep it simple, stupid. Or do I go with the gamepad? I've got a gamepad here as well. Keyboard. I'm hoping it's gonna like tell me all this stuff when I'm actually in the loco as well. And the other option I've got is I've got Stream Decks out here as well. I could use that. No, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Should I do a... I want to drive a 66. Right, if I go in here, I just want to drive a train. What happens if I... No, I think that's going to do something automatic for me. So choose a route. Ah! Cost 66. Yeah, there we go. Hey? Yeah, let's do that. It's fine. Oh no, East Midlands Gateway to London Gateway. Yeah. Don't know what. No! No, I don't want to exit the game. I thought that meant next. Okay, get started. That's what I want to hit. I've used the horn. I'm assuming there's going to be keyboard shortcuts for all of these. Right. So I think there's going to be a few key things that key things. There's going to be a few key things that I need to be able to. I've got a massive post-it note next to me. Here. Where's the? Yeah, I matched the horn. I just want the go button. I don't know if it's the gears. I don't know. It's an incredible amount of key bindings. So I think the space bar is horn. I don't know what Jeeps are. Ooh, ejector. Sounds good. Yeah, that's what I need is go-kart option, definitely. Pantographs. Surely they haven't got all these controls. Have they? Oh. Just so throttle increase and decrease. Now I probably need to know my brakes. And it's not emergency brake, it's the... Is it dynamic brake? Let's try that. So brakes, full stop and comma. Hey, what can go wrong? Horn works. I don't know what I just did. Okay. Yep. I'm going to suggest that my brake's still on. Right. Is the engine on? It's a great question. Well, I've pressed it. I can hear something. No, it's not that. I'll take that back off then, shall I? Right. Windscreen wiper check complete. Hot plate? What, from food? Right. My engine was definitely on because I've now just turned it off. Now my engine is off. I can't get it to start again. Black lever on the left. Oh, on the right, sorry. What, you mean this one? That's the hot plate. Oh, this one. Ah. Yeah, that's still stuck at 0. It won't go beyond 0. Okay. Where's Pete Warman? Right. Let's see. Right. No, I didn't want to restart the game. I just wanted to restart that. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. Engine is started. Throttle is still locked. Automatic brake is released. Direct brake is released. So my automatic brake won't release. What's a sand stick? Do we think that I might need to do a tutorial? Oh, hang on, I haven't looked up here yet. Oh, that looks confusing. Oh. It's not short of detail in here, is it? Should put the demister on. That's a good idea. Yeah. Good. Dirty in here though, isn't it? Oh, you're at the right end. Yes. Hang on, what's down here? Isolation switch. Right, so engine run on. Right, let's go. No. Might need to do a tutorial, mightn't I? Training center. Tutorials. Train operations. No, I don't want any of that. I just want to know how to... No. Basics. Moving a train. Let's try this.
In this training module, you're going to learn how to make a train move and then bring it to a stop.
Okay.
For this exercise, you'll be using a British Class 323 electric multiple unit. It's a great train to get started with, as the controls are quite straightforward. This module will get you used to the feel of the train and its controls.
Okay.
While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always 3 controls that are common and are required to move the train. The reverser chooses the direction you're going to move in. It often has 4 positions: off, forward, neutral, and reverse.
Good.
The brakes are used to slow or stop the train.
Makes sense.
There are potentially multiple braking systems you can find in different trains, and you can read more about that in other sections of the training centre. For now, the Class 323 has a very simple braking system.
That's good.
The throttle controls how fast the train accelerates.
Also makes sense.
In this train, the throttle and brakes are controlled by a combined power and brake handle. Moving the handle in one direction will apply power.
Okay.
The middle position is neutral and does nothing, and then the other range applies the brakes.
Clever.
You will find in some other trains that the throttle and brakes are on separate handles.
That's handy.
Before you go any further, set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
Okay. Next. How do I set the tail lights?
We want to move the train forwards, so set the reverser to the forwards position. Now pull the combined power and brake handle towards you to release the brakes and apply power. In the top left, the accelerometer shows you how fast you're speeding up or slowing down.
I'm moving. I'm moving. Right. What that doesn't really help me with though is what I was doing wrong in the 66.
When it comes to stopping trains, the specifics of each train can be quite different. However, the basic process is fundamentally the same. Bring this train to a complete stop by moving the power brake handle into the braking range. The amount of braking you will need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how heavy your train is. Knowing the right amount to apply will come with practice and experience. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place.
Yes.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Found a specific tutorial for the 66.
In this training module, you're going to learn to drive a diesel-electric locomotive and how the controls differ from a multiple unit.
Nice.
This is a BR Class 66 diesel-electric locomotive, typically used for freight operations in the United Kingdom. In some trains, it is first necessary to insert the reverser handle. We need to do that on this one.
Oh. Oh, look
We
at
want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction. The train brake on the Class 66 uses a sprung lever. Holding it one way will gradually release the brakes until you release the lever. Holding it the other will gradually apply the brakes. You need to keep an eye on the two brake gauges in front of you. The larger one in the middle is the brake pipe. The outside needle shows the target pressure and the inside needle shows the actual pressure.
What?
When you apply or release the brakes, the outer needle moves and the onboard control systems will begin to adjust the brakes to match your setting.
What?
You can make a change to the brakes and focus on the road ahead while the system works to match the pressure you've set. The second gauge of note is the brake cylinder gauge, which is the second from the left.
Right.
This tells you exactly what is happening with the brakes on the two sets of wheels on the locomotive. If the needles are raised to a V shape, that means they are fully applied. When the needles are both pointing directly down, the brakes on the locomotive will be fully released. You can learn more about braking systems elsewhere in the training center. But for now, you just need to remember that you are directly controlling the outer needle on the brake pipe gauge and that the end result is shown on the brake cylinder gauge. Keep the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needle is reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully. Watch the brake cylinder gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0.0. Needles pointing downwards, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released on the locomotive and you can move the train. It's important to note that the brake cylinder gauge is only telling you what's happening on your locomotive. If you have wagons attached, they can take a little longer to release, so if the train doesn't move immediately, don't worry. Apply some throttle to get the train moving.
I can't, it still won't. Oh, it's because I was pressing the wrong button.
As you apply power, notice the ammeter rising, the gauge on the right hand side with the coloured sections. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors.
It's moving.
Try to keep it in the green section, only briefly in the yellow, and avoid the red section to avoid damaging your traction motors.
Yeah. I tell you what, for throttle 1, it's got going, isn't it?
Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
How do I make it stop? I like that. It's too soon. Here we go.
That's far enough. Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of braking you'll need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how heavy your train is.
Not sure about fully qualified, but
Stopping
did you
a
notice
train
the
is
silence?
one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place. You'll get better at this with practice.
It's very good.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
It's just a case of remembering what key does what. Yeah, that's the tricky bit. Right. I was doing that one, wasn't I? Right. Let's have another go. Yeah, the training modules are good. Sometimes it waffles on a little bit, as you've probably seen, but yeah. So now I know I need to put my stick in. There we go. Amazing. And push it forward. Who would have thought? There was something else I had to do as well. I can't remember what it is. Oh well, let's just right, releasing my brakes. Oh yeah, the horn. Good shout. Right, brakes are fully released. Let's go. We don't appear to be going anywhere. Ah, it's because this time I've got wagons. It just took a lot longer to get going. Hopefully you should be able to hear the engine a bit more now as well. It's like a bit of thrash. Oh no, it said no. Oh, it said don't go into the red. I went into the red. I knew I'd go into the red. No, the engine was on last time. I had it in OBS. I had it turned down very low, which was not helpful. Here's what I don't understand. Obviously at the top of the screen I've got the current speed limit as 75. I just passed a sign that said 40 and now one that says 90 and now one that says 100. So at which point, which one of those is actually indicating a speed limit change or are they not? I don't know. This is where my lack of knowledge really shows. Look, I can talk to you about the trees and the grass, replicating those effects and everything like that, but not so much the locos and their operation. Anyway, I'm up to 34. Let's crack in another bit of throttle. Build that speed up. Still saying 75, so I'm going to stick to 75. I don't need to stop for that, do I? I mean, I hope not anyway. I'm sailing straight past it. I haven't just studied, have I? I assume I would have been told off by now if I'd done a spad. Nice sunny day for it though. It's not amazing graphically. I mean, the internals are great, really good. The externals they're okay. Okay, for a game that was released only last year, I might have expected a little bit. And it even has a couple of little stutters and things, although I am streaming at the same time, so sometimes you get that anyway. About to hit 50 mile an hour, just a quick moment. There we go. We are going full chat now. Talking of going full chat, I think it's a bit windy, right? Just watching all my dials basically, aren't I? Checking out that one over there is in green. Those two are still pointing downwards. Speed is still in the right place. Speed is picking up quite nicely now. Oh, we're going for it. Yeah, so we're now getting to the kind of speed where it's you know, we're almost at driving speed now. Now we're getting to the point, so 67. I can start watching out that I don't get up to that 75. $68. $69. Giggity. $70. One. Two. Three. Right. I'm just going to ease off the throttle there. Just watch what that does to the speed. Ideally, okay, so still got up to 74. Take another click off then. Oh, so there we are. So that's what throttle 6. It's just holding it nicely at 74. So what's this? Like bushy or something like that? Alright, I've still picked up to 75. Just dropped us down to throttle 5 again. Again. I suppose it can. You know, it's something. Ooh. 76, look, crept over. Oh, that's because we're on a downhill now. You're not going to do me for 1 mile an hour, are they? Back to 75. Slight incline again. Woo. It's a great advert, that. Fair play to Hornby for doing it as well. More of an incline so I can afford a bit more throttle again. But yeah, I kind of like the direction that Hornby are going in at the minute. I love this, the fact that they've done an 89 quid TT set They've done some fun stuff like the police train. Maybe what they're realising is that the likes of Scale and Rapido and Backman to a lesser extent, Cavalex maybe. All these guys are delivering such a phenomenal job in terms of detail and everything like that they struggle to compete with. But maybe they're thinking that they need to go back to some of their roots of being more of a good quality entry point at a really good price. Station 6, can you see? I can't read it. I can't read it. Too fast. Yeah, Railroad DCC Sound is a winner price-wise. Yeah, I agree. I think it's good to see Hornby doing some of these things. Like I say, a TT set for 89 quid is just, and that's madness. If I had a bit more space, then TT would be a real, genuine consideration these days. It's great. I mean, it's still lacking in choice a bit, but that'll come in time. And obviously, it's lacking the second-hand market compared to others. But again, that will come in time. I'm wondering, these speed limits, obviously might be the maximum speed limit on that line. So if a Pendolino comes through, then saying okay, you've got to do 90 through here. But obviously I'm driving a very, very heavy 66 here, so maybe I've got a different limit to adhere to. Miles to go, 24 miles to go. So I guess now is a good time to answer the question that's posed in the stream title, which is, can an idiot drive a Class 66? The answer is yes, but with some tuition. So I didn't realise I needed to put my handle in, so to speak. You're now too invested not to buy this. Well, compared to the price of a Loco, it's nothing, is it? 39 quid. Just don't go buying one from a dodgy CD key site, eh? A bit misty. What fit is that? That strikes me as latent buzzard. I don't know. Maybe we're not going that far. I can't remember. basically for this stream, I'm going to take it up to its finishing point here, which I'm going to guess must be in about 15 minutes, something like that. And then I probably need to go jump in my sim racing rig for a little bit, which involves jumping off the PC that I'm on at the minute and on to the other one. Ooh, what have I done? What's the slow speed locker switch? And why have I just touched it? Oh, I'm now at 76. It's because I'm on downhill again. Ah! Do I need to apply some brake? I applied a little bit of brake, brought the speed down. But now I've brought it down too much. I'm getting there, aren't I, Lee? Yeah. It's misty. Miles to go. Do a bit of coasting. And I guess, so I keep seeing in the top right up there where it says AP, must be some kind of like points, XP kind of scoring. I keep getting like bonuses for still being under the speed limit and things like that. There we go, right, plus 35 AP. Yeah, the graphics are doing all right. Like I say, I don't think it's something that's taxing the PC too hard. I'm very fortunate to have a couple of very beefy PCs here. I do some contracting work in the sim racing industry as well. So I've got two very good PCs that are supplied by a partner of ours, Chill Blast, who make phenomenal gaming PCs. If you're the kind of person who's interested in specs, then it's a Chill Blast PC with an Intel i9 14th gen, so i9 14900K, 32 gig of Corsair RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, 4080 Super GPU. So yeah, it's proper gaming PC. I've got two identical. This one that I'm on now is like my day-to-day work PC, but also my streaming PC, editing PC. Yes, I'm fortunate that the contracting job that I do, they let me use this for RAILstuff work as well. And then the other one I've got is my sim racing PC, so that's that's plugged into my sim racing rig. Apparently I've reached driver level 2, look at that. 15 miles left to go. Eight webcams, wow. Yeah, I'm afraid I can beat 3 screens, so I've got 4 on this one. And then the sim racing PC's only got 2 screens, but one of them's a 1440p wide curved effort, so that's fine. And sometimes I do a bit of VR on there, but not that often, because sim racing on VR is it's a phenomenal experience. But when you're actually racing, it's not optimal, because you need to use so many other controls on your steering wheel and things like that. But it is, as an experience, it's phenomenal. Yeah, the curved screens are okay for video editing. To be honest, when you're actually looking at them, you don't realise they're curved, and I think that's the point, is that they're just slightly more immersive, the screen. I don't use them for video editing. On the PC that I'm on right now, these are all flat screens. It's just the sim racing PC that's got a curved screen on it. This is quite soothing and therapeutic doing this. Here I am, just chugging along. It's amazing though, there's a speed limit changed and they didn't tell me about it. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, it's amazing as a train driver, the amount of trust that you have to put in the signalers. Tunnel. There's a light, and I'm running towards it. What, you can't steer the trains? Yeah. So on that note, whilst we were having our dinner earlier, we had Peppa Pig on. And we've got Peppa Pig on almost the entire time that he's not in bed these days. Yeah, Miss Rabbit was driving the steam train, and it had a steering wheel in it that she was steering away on. I was like, what the hell was that for? And the missus couldn't understand what I was saying, but I was like, what do you use the steering wheel for? Are you expecting it to veer off to the right? Yeah, it has come to that point in my life where I'm questioning the reality of Peppa Pig. Miss Rabbit is very skilled, but also a gigantic pain in the ass. I can't stand Miss Rabbit. I don't know whether it's just her voice or something, but she just really winds me up the wrong way. He's a phrase I didn't expect to be using in my life. And I know it got mentioned in the newspapers last week, but they're right when they say Daddy Pig really makes men look bad. Oh, looks better. Never heard of Ben and Holly's Adventures. He's found a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. To be fair, you know, it's some of the controls that you've got on YouTube now as parents are great. So it's quite restrictive with what he can watch, because we just, we try not to have him in front of a screen too much anyway. You know, and he does a lot of going out and playing and things like that, but every now and again you do need a bit of quiet time. And you know, the YouTube Kids app is very good, very good. I will give them that. I'm a big fan of Hey Dougie though. I'm guessing if your situation was 11 years ago, then Hey Dougie probably wasn't a thing back then. But Hey Dougie is superb. Is that rain? I think it's raining. Seven miles. Oh god, that wiper noise would get right on my wick. Wick is the word I was looking for. Oh, Mr. Tumble. I don't know if you saw the quote from Wayne Rooney last week where he said, Mr. Tumble is the reason why he got the snip. He couldn't go through it for a fourth time. Thankfully, the tumble phase was quite short. Yeah, we haven't had Night Garden. He's done a lot of posts from Pat, and including all the classics as well. And that's a great thing about YouTube as well, is that you can find all his classic stuff. Just episodes and episodes of it. We love a bit of Kipper as well. Oh no, wrong way on the throttle. He would love CBeebies Land at Alton Towers. Maybe a little bit young at the moment. But Postman Pat Ride is gone. And there's something else as well that they've taken away because they're in the process of building a Bluey roller coaster at the moment. And we live less than 3 miles away from Alton Towers. Did you realise is that snow? I think it's been snowing actually. Underground train there. Yeah, the new Bluey coaster does look pretty good. Ah! Hang on, did you, what? Did I just murder a person? Was it just me, or was there somebody walking across the track then? I mean, it hasn't said that I've killed somebody. I'm assuming that that was some kind of glitch. Because I'm really assuming and hoping as well that they haven't simulated. No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They couldn't do that. It wasn't covered in the training module. Jeebus. I'm going to have to watch his stream back now just to check that I'm not losing the plot. Anyway, we've only got 2.9 miles left to go. And confirmed it definitely has snowed. It's come down pretty quick as well. 2. That's the other thing I'd like to see, is some Engage underground stock. I know we've got Harefield Road these days, but in general I do think the underground is under-modelled. Amazing that the snow doesn't seem to have settled on the roads at all. It's been well gritted ahead of time. Right, 1.5 miles. I seem to be going past red lights here. Am I not supposed to be stopping at them? Yep, I was. Was there a warning somewhere that... Oh, I knew there'd be a spad somewhere along the way. Oh, So apparently murdering a fellow human is fine, but passing a signal of danger is not. So there must have been a warning somewhere that there was a red signal coming up. Yeah, the old "they didn't tell me" excuse. Well, that was interesting. It was interesting. Some of it went quite well. Some of it didn't. Thank you, Mark. That's exactly what I need right now. That kind of support. I'm going to go to bed tonight and I'll close my eyes and all I'll be able to see is that person walking across the track in front of me. Jeez. Let's just have a quick look at what else is in here. So let's have a look in the train depot. So what we've got? Oh, there is some tube stock that you can play around with. 1972 Mark II. It's 350. 377 as well. And then a lot of foreign stuff. So that's American, German. Now this is the ICE, isn't it? It's been on a few of those. Been on some of these as well, but mainly the ICE stuff. So yeah, I've got some German stuff, all the DB stuff there. I mean, Class 66 is DB as well. I thought it was EWS, the one in this one. Anyway. So basically we've got German, British and American in the standard edition. So West Coast Main Line, London Euston to Milton Keynes. We've got Frankfurt to Fulda. Not really the rest of that. We've got the San Bernardino line, Los Angeles to San Bernardino. We've got the training centre. Good. And of course you've got all the downloadable content again as well. So coaches. That I fancy at some point. Was the music loud? See, that's why I had it turned down so quiet before, and that's why you then couldn't hear the engines. In fact, I'm going to turn that down a bit more. But yeah, you got the Manchester Airport commuter service. That I find quite interesting. What else? Got some military stuff. Oh, Thomas and Friends, nice. Some more Frankfurt, East Coast Main Line diesel rail tour, nice. More Thomas and Friends. Cardiff, London Overground. I mean, all of these are extra money. Hopper wagons, West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle. Brighton Main Line into Victoria. 323. Peak Forest. Buxton, nice. Suffragette line. Oh, it's got the Island line as well. 484, nice. East Coast, Peterborough to Donny, LNER. Oh, hello. I didn't realise that you could drive an HST. That's a future stream right there. Class 20 and a 31. Oh, an Avanti Pendolino as well. 158 and ScotRail. The old regional railways, West Cornwall local. Birmingham and Cross City as well, that's a bit different. Brighton, Eastbourne and Seaford. Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen any suggestion of a 91. I've got the West Somerset. Oh, Underground 1938 stock. Class 52, Northern Trans Pennine. Oh, serious? Preston to Blackpool and Ormskirk with a pacer. Thameslink 700, Flying Scotsman. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, they've got the old toothpaste Isle of Wight. Bakerloo line. ScotRail 380. God, there's loads. Fife. I don't like riding a pacer. Diesel Legends of the Great Western. Cathcart Circle. Yeah, I don't like riding a pacer. I've done a couple, but I think they're fantastic. I love looking at them. I love the concept. It's great. BR Heavy Freight, Class 33, 37. What else we got? ScotRail Express. Oh, Silver 1972 stock. I used to ride that a lot. Edinburgh to Glasgow. Liverpool Lime Street to Crewe. Railhead Treatment Train. Glossop 313. A Leyland National has a very, very special place in my heart for a bit of a strange reason, really. I've always liked buses, and so back in, I think it must have been 91 or 92. It's the first time that my dad actually saw me take an interest in motorsport, and I'll explain how those two things are linked in just a moment. But yeah, I showed some interest. He was watching the Formula One, and I showed some interest as I must have been 6 or 7, something like that. And the next day was a bank holiday Monday, and he got me up early and he said, right, we're going to Brands Hatch. And we went and we saw truck racing down at Brands Hatch. Steve Parrish in the BP truck, fantastic. But it was really, really wet and muddy, and I slipped over and fell face down in the mud and was quite upset. So my dad took me to the model shop and he said, pick something from the model shop. And what I picked was a Leyland National bus. And I don't know why, but ever since, Leyland National buses have really, really stuck in my head. They've got a very special place in my heart. So yeah, there we go. South Eastern High Speed, Midland Main Line, that's interesting as well. Leicester, Derby and Nottingham. Tees Valley, okay. So there's tons. There's absolutely tons. And this is just Train Sim World 5. Obviously there's Train Sim World 6, there's 4, there's 3, there's 2, there's 1. And there's Train Simulator Classic as well, which still holds up. So there's, if you want to give this stuff a go, there's loads of it. Never got to drive the Nationals, unfortunately. They're so cool. I learnt in an Optare Delta. Those are the things that rattle like mad. You drive a lot of Olympians in Blackpool. Oh, you're from up that way, are you? Okay, great. Make sure you, if you're up that way, make sure first weekend in March you get yourself to the Preston show. One of my favourites of the year, that. It's a lovely show, very busy. good venue, good traders, especially RAILstuff. They're particularly good. But no, it's a very good show, that one. So yeah, make sure if you're up that way, get to the Preston show in March. Well worth it. Well worth it. Right. Well, I think at that point, probably going to bring the stream to a close because, like I say, I'm gonna hop on to the sim racing rig for a little bit before I have to head inside. Oh, you're on the Wirral. Where's the closest I get to the Wirral? I used to do the Liverpool show, but don't anymore. That's well worth a look at, the Liverpool show. Lovely venue. Obviously it's Manchester this weekend. I do the All Sages show in Crewe, although I might not be there this year because I might be doing something else. Yes, not so much in that that area. Anyway, I shall leave it there. I might do this again in the future. Normally Tuesdays and Thursdays my night off, but they are normally spent sim racing. But when the opportunity presents, I will jump on and bring you some more terrible train content. In the meantime, as soon as I start planning the layout and everything like that, then I'll start bringing some content back on that. But outside of that, thank you very much for watching. For those of you that watch live, and for those of you that are going to watch on watchback or whatever you call it, on demand, whatever we're going to call it. I think watchback will do. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along, and I'll be back with some more of this in the future. Have a great night, sleep well, and speak to you all soon.